behalf of all Jamaicans, I just want to say thank you to the world for helping us to rebuild our country. Jiggy jiggy and march, march. But we dance with it now. Come make we march, all Jamaicans. We are one big family. Time come for deliverance, so make we march in unity. Whether PNP or Labour rights, our God loves all of we. We are marching on to progress. Jam down and feel all of we. Everything Melissa broke down, we are gonna build back. We are gonna build back better than before. Every house we broke down, we are gonna build back. 'Cause our God have blessings in store. Time come to rebuild together. 'Cause Jamaica is our home. We are stepping out of darkness into the light. We're gonna build stronger roof and door. Well, on behalf of all Jamaicans, I just want to say thank you to the world for helping us to rebuild our country. Jiggy jiggy and march, march. But make we dance with it now. Come make we march, all Jamaicans. We are one big family. Time come for deliverance, so make we march in unity. Whether PNP or Labour rights, our God loves all of we. We are marching on to progress. Jam down and feel all of we. Everything Melissa broke down, we are gonna build back. We are gonna build back better than before. Every house we broke down, we are gonna build back. 'Cause our God have blessings in store. Time come to rebuild together. 'Cause Jamaica is our home. We are stepping out of darkness into the light. We're gonna build stronger roof and doors.
Good evening, Labour Roots, and good evening to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive. Good evening, my people. Good evening. Now, tonight we are going to change tack a little bit. We are going to, talk about the past a little bit and, hoping to get some panelists on this evening to give their point of views and, where Jamaica was and how far we came. We're going to discuss former Prime Minister Bruce Golding this evening. Some of the youngsters, might know him, some might not know him. He is the father of fiscal discipline. He is the one who, because of his, discipline, he managed to turn Jamaica around, physically, see? So meaning financially, he's the one who started the fix of our finances, and he should be credited with such or as such. He's the father of, or he's the founder of modern Jamaica, richer Jamaica. He's the one who started that. So where I'm going to take you guys to his resignation speech. As soon as I get on the panelists, we will talk about how we got to that resignation speech, and I'm sure it will make great conversation. Actually, give me a second. I forgot to turn on the phone line, my people. So the live I got pause. I'm not gonna know. I'm just gonna turn on the phone line. See? All right. So I've realized that I have not done the evening shout out. So let's get to the evening shout outs and then we'll get to the audio. See? So Lisa Hall, big up yourself. Winford, big up yourself. Melody, big up yourself. Marlon, big up yourself. Father Bertie, big up. Jennifer, big up yourself. Corinne, big up. Dahlia, big up yourself. Nardia, big up yourself. What that Lay, big up yourself. God, me auntie, call me. Give me a second, people. Lay, big up yourself. Everox, big up. Andrea, big up yourself. Mama Marcia Monroe, big up yourself. UN, big up yourself. Jakey, big up yourself. Keisha, big up. See? I'm gonna like up your live now, guys. And if you like up your live, you get some energy behind the live. See? Let me see if the phone line turn on. Alright, so the phone line is on. Alright, so let's get to the audio, my people. This was the beginning of One Bro God. See?
My fellow Jamaicans, last Sunday, I advised my party's central executive that I would not seek re-election at the annual General Conference to be held next month, and I would step down as Prime Minister as soon as a new leader had been elected. I had come to this position after deep contemplation and prayer, seeking to do what is best for the country and the party. The timing of my announcement might appear to have been awkward, since I was preparing for my mother's funeral, but it was unavoidable. And let me pause here to express thanks on behalf of my family for the outpouring of sympathy at her passing. Let me explain the timing. The annual General Conference of the JLP is scheduled to be held on November 19th and 20th. As stipulated in the party's constitution, the deadline for nominations is October 19th. Sufficient time, therefore, had to be allowed for potential candidates to consider offering themselves and meet the October 19th nomination deadline. Sufficient time had to be allowed as well for the delegates to contemplate their choices, since they would not have been anticipating that a vacancy would arise. But it was important not to have too long a period of uncertainty regarding the leadership and direction of the government. In addition, the Central Executive, which meets quarterly, was last Sunday holding its last meeting before the annual General Conference. I had to make my decision known then. In the brief statement I issued on Sunday, I stated that the challenges of the last 4 years had taken their toll, and it was appropriate now to step aside and make way for new leadership. The last few years perhaps have been the most difficult period that any government has had to face. Like most other countries, we have taken a battering from the global recession, and the recovery we are so anxious to see has been slow, the global environment still uncertain. We have managed to avoid the kind of disaster we have witnessed in many other countries, but the effects of the recession have still been painful for many Jamaicans. I have worked hard these past 4 years, 16 to 18 hours a day most days, in navigating our way through these treacherous waters. We are beginning to see positive results. Far-reaching macroeconomic reforms have been implemented. The economy has returned to a growth path, modest though it is. We're once again creating new jobs, even though we have not yet restored the jobs that were lost. The rise in poverty has been cauterized. While the worst may have passed, we are not yet out of the woods. There are challenges that remain on many fronts that will require strong leadership to overcome, and absolute confidence in the authority of that leadership. Questions about the role I played in the Coke matter have remained a source of concern in the minds of many people. It was never about Coke's guilt or innocence. It was about a breach of our Constitution. And had it been a person other than Coke, it perhaps would never have become the cause célèbre that it turned out to be. We have since amended the Interception of Communications Act to permit in the future the action that was taken in Coke's case, but which at that time was in violation of our Constitution. However, the entire episode has affected me deeply, and the perceptions that are held by some people have not been dispelled, notwithstanding the exhaustive deliberations of a commission of inquiry. I cannot allow the challenges we face and the issues that we as a people must confront to be smothered or overpowered by this saga and the emotions that they ignite. It would not be fair to my country. It would not be fair to my party. There are other considerations that led to my decision. It is time for my generation to make way for younger people whose time has come, who are more in sync with 21st century realities, whose vision can have a longer scope and who can bring new energy to the enormous tasks that confront us. The leaders of major countries around the world, for example, the United States, Britain, Canada, Mexico, Spain, the Netherlands, Finland, Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, Australia, and New Zealand are all more than 10 years younger than I am. It is a worldwide trend, and we in Jamaica should not resist it. I was first elected to Parliament almost 40 years ago. In the next 2 months, I will be 64. I feel it is time for me and people like me.
Somebody needs to tell Mark Golding, say, by the next election, he must 65. Sorry.
To make way and allow a new crop of leaders to step forward and unleash their energies and creativity. There are young people in my party, indeed in both parties, who are capable of providing the leadership that the country requires at this time. We must not, for the sake of personal ambition, block their emergence. My advice and counsel will always be available if and when required. I told my Central Executive last Sunday that the next few weeks will be crucial not only for us as a party, but for the country. The election of a new leader is a process that must be conducted in a mature, transparent, and dignified manner. This is especially so since we formed the government. In the past few days, I have been in contact with our major international partners, and I've assured them that the direction of the government is firmly in place and that the transition will be smooth and seamless. The financial markets remain sober while they await the appointment of a new Prime Minister and confirmation that we will not deviate from the economic reforms on which we have embarked. In my remaining few weeks, I will continue to work while they await the appointment of a new Prime Minister and confirmation that we will not deviate from the economic reforms on which we have embarked. And seamless. The financial markets remain sober while they await the appointment of a new Prime Minister and confirmation that we will not deviate from the economic reforms on which we have embarked.
So we would have gone on to lose that election, and we will not deviate from the financial setup that we had. When Portia Simpson came back to power, Portia Simpson and Peter Phillips, I saw Mark Golding on a video just today talking about the PNP implemented the fiscal policy. You want a man wicked and lie like that? That's why I can't like Mark Golding no time, into life, you're a big man. But anyway, we continue to listen.
In my remaining few weeks, I will continue to work as hard as I have ever done and hand over the reins of office gracefully to my successor. The General Secretary of the party has already outlined the procedures for the election of a new leader. The Electoral Office of Jamaica has been asked to manage the voting process, and everything will be done to ensure an orderly transition. I have an abiding faith in my country and in the people of my country. Despite the formidable challenges we face, we can overcome. We will make it if we try and try hard enough. If we remain focused and committed, not just to the next elections, but to the future and the possibilities that are within our reach and must be placed securely within our grasp. This is not a time to be fearful or bewildered. It is a time for renewed hope and renewed effort. I hope to address you one more time before I leave office. And as always, I pray God's blessings on our nation and all its people.
Now, this was, I believe, 14, 15 years ago now. And I remember watching this and water run out of my eye. I was very sad to see Bruce Golding go. But Bruce Golding was never there to stay 2 and 3 terms. Bruce Golding was there to put Jamaica on the right track and then to step aside. That was always the plan, to step aside and give over the reins of the party to somebody younger. See, Bruce Golding never wanted to do what Papa Eddie did, you know, and he wanted to set the record straight and then hand over the reins. And hand over the reins he did. And I don't believe that the party, the executive at the time, I don't believe that Bruce Golding endorsed Andrew Holness as well. And I don't believe that they made a mistake. They made the correct judgment at that time. Although Andrew Holness would go on to face a challenge from one of the elders who ultimately did not make it, obviously. The party made the right choice. And all of the persons who sided with the now Prime Minister made the right choice. We are benefiting from it. But this here, our former leader, Bruce Golding, a lot of the younger ones will not have known him, you know, but he is the founder of modern Jamaica. This Jamaica that we're experiencing now, where you have new highway, you have new hospital, you know, hurricane can come and we can open back the airport them in 48 hours. You know, we can give free house to people. He is the reason why all of these things are happening now. See, he's the founder of physical discipline and the physical rule. And I hope on here he said he spoke to his international partners, his multilateral partners, and assured them that Jamaica would not deviate from the financial, you know, rules. So when the PNP came and they say it's them that went to IMF and did this and did that, they are lying. See, I see Mark Golding today in a video chatting a whole load of malarkey. And I was like, oh man. It's like Mark Golding don't realize people have the internet. I want a thing called Google Pani, where you can Google certain things and see. So while a lot of persons wanted Bruce Golding to stay, I wanted him to stay for at least a second term. But when we look back now and look back at the whole thing, you know, he did the right thing. And it was for defending the Jamaican Constitution. It wasn't about defending Dodos. It was defending the Jamaican Constitution. It is the PNP that made it look like he was defending Dodos. But that's not what he was doing. You know, he was standing up for Jamaica. America violated Jamaican laws. And you can't do it with America. Look, Jamaica couldn't dare go try to violate the American law. You know, so America wanted to trample up on us. And Bruce Golding was not having it. you know, and that is what costs all of the malarkey, and it is what end up costing the Tivoli incursion and all of that as well. You know, so the phone lines are open. We now go too far with the monologue this evening. I don't have no update to give, except to say that the new intro song, you can find it on Mr. Vegas' Facebook page. So if you want to download it, go on Mr. Vegas' Facebook page, and you will find it over there. You can download it and play it. See? Also, before I came live, I posted a video where today a motion was moved in the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation to remove the deputy mayor. The same one I'm telling you, say, criminal allegedly, $3.9 million. You know, the PNP councillors filed a motion today to remove him. You know, however, I understand that, you know, some technicality cause them to not succeed, right? So I believe that the CEO, allegedly, who was trusted with the document, you know, might have leaked the document to them, so they knew it was coming, so they maneuvered and you know, use a technicality to get out of it. So, however, all hope is not lost. They can go and, you know, do it a second time, and we'll see what happens. You know, so good night, Mama Winsome. I'm tired of my people. We are up my phone line, I know. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let me see what happened. Auto reconnect is off. I don't know why not auto connect. But they normally auto connect with people. See? Alright, so the phone line is up and running, I know. Let me see if I get no call yet. And we're going to talk about, you know, the role that Bruce Golding play in developing Jamaica in its current form. Should he have stayed? Should he have gone? You know, I am waiting on a specific group of people to call. We were talking about it pantily last night. You know, all right, Marlon, me a call you back. Cause me see a call.
Hey, DUJON, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, my boss, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear me. Me there, man. Me I hear.
Yeah, man, me just hear. Me never did hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, man, good evening to you and the audience, you know what I mean? A very good opening remarks you have there. That's a new song by Mr. Vegas, man.
Yes, man.
It's very catchy.
Yeah.
Is this a new one?
It's a remix with the PNP march. We are march, you know?
Oh, because he mentioned Melissa inside of it, and
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, that's nice.
You knew, you know?
All right. Yes, you were playing the former Prime Minister speech there when he resigned from the Jamaica Labour Party as Prime Minister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of that. But as I said, DUJON, there's a lot of young people don't know the history of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah.
You know, and some of them were not around at that time, you know. Mm-hmm. This younger generation, I think that children born in 2000,
yeah,
they will know the JLP because they grow up. As a child born 2000, then by 2010, they will know Jamaica Labour Party government.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they will not know the PNP government because during that time when the PNP was reigning, they never born it.
Yeah.
You know. So it's a very good topic here, and But what I want to really discuss, as you were saying last night, is about the rise and fall of Golden.
Yeah.
Right? And as we as Jamaica Labour Party supporters, we don't know everything, but we try to know a few things, which is of importance.
Yeah.
And even patriot Jamaicans also. We were talking about last night, saying why the PNP has won so many elections, right?
Yeah.
If my memory serves me right. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yes. No. The PNP in 1989, remember in a 1980 election was not contested by the PNP.
No, man, 1983 election was not contested.
Yes, 83. My bad. 1983. Yes. It was not contested because Michael Manley were saying that the voters list were fraud. There's a lot of flaws in it. And Seaga went on to what you will call a landslide.
Yeah.
But it was an uncontested general election. No. When the hurricane, when Gilbert blew 1988, September 12th, Seaga has managed to bring back the country into a short period of time. You know? Because remember, at that time, Edward Seaga and Michael Manley, they were at it. But lo and behold, when the storm come, you could see the both of them shoulder to shoulder. It's not like the PNP now. No, PNP is trying to play politics. Manley were not playing politics at that time. So Seaga went on to build back the country and get international aid from the international body, namely America and other foreign countries.
I want to bring you back to a point, Marlon.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to bring you back to a point. So here what happened. Michael Manley in 1976 had missed. Yes. He missed, and this is an actual fact. I have actually researched this. He messed with the voters registry and then lock up the opposition and won that election in 1976. Right? Yes.
Yeah, because remember that the 1976 state of emergency.
Yeah.
A lot of JLP supporters were in prison, and I can tell you, Pernell Charles was in that.
Yeah.
And I think Olivia Babsy Grange were in that also.
Yeah, when do know?
And that, yes.
They mess with the voters list and won that election. But when he let out Edward Seaga, he and Edward Seaga agree that they would clean up the list for the next election. See? So Edward Seaga won in 80. Edward Seaga did not clear up the list. Edward Seaga used a voter registry against him. Call a snap election in 83 and won. So this is why he never contested the election, because he and Edward Seaga had sat down and Edward Seaga promised him that the both of them would clean up the list together. See? But Edward Seaga reneged upon the promise there and call a snap election.
Yeah, he didn't carry out that promise that he has made.
Yes. So
right,
that's why they never contest the 83 election, because then it upsets it. You know, you agree with them.
Yes, you have a solid point.
Yeah.
And remember in 1976 there, at the time before election when the PNP has won that election, the PNP were so much aligned with Fidel Castro.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know that. And the Americans were not having it, because at that time, Michael Manley wanted Jamaica to adopt the principle of Cuba, the principles and policies of Cuba. And Seaga at the time were saying, no, Jamaica will remain a capitalist country, or what you want to call it. Capitalism, correct word.
Yeah,
because Michael Manley were up for socialism, right?
Yep.
And when the Americans realized that, they started to support Edward Seaga. Ronald Reagan at the time invited Seaga to the White House, right? So there's a lot of history that a lot of people don't know. As I said, you can't blame them not to know, because the younger generation does not really study the history of both political parties, because the Americans were for Edward Seaga. They were not for the Michael Manley administration. Because remember, at the time during that political movements, Cuba and America were not seen eye to eye. So it was very much impossible for America to be supporting Michael Manley, right? And that is when Michael Manley comes in and said he's issuing 2 flights a day. Who doesn't want to stay can go on it, right? So when Edward Seaga won the election in 1983, Ronald Reagan, if my memory serves me right, I stand to be corrected, visited Jamaica.
It wasn't 83. I never 83 visit Jamaica, He visited Jamaica before that. He visited Jamaica in 80. May I tell you why? So
yes, he visited Jamaica before that. So but he was a very friendly person with Edward Seaga at the time.
Yeah.
Right? So that has put a strain on the PNP, because the relationship that Jamaica now has, and I'm gonna take it a step further. That is why when the Hurricane Gilbert come in 1988, Edward Seaga was able to restore the Jamaican economy so quickly because of the help from the United States of America.
He did it in the 80s as well, He did it in 80 as well.
And he did it in the 80 as well.
He restored Jamaican economy in 12 months in 1980. After Manley spent 9 years and destroying, restoring at 12 months. 12 months in I restored to normal.
So Michael Manley were for socialism. Edward Seaga was for capitalism.
Yeah.
And the world power was more for capitalism than socialism. Because Michael Manley were saying self-reliance, which I don't have a problem with that. But it's how Michael Manley were going about for you to be self-reliant. Jamaica's gained independence, right? And what the PNP at that time did not realize, the vision that Michael Manley had would be a very good vision. It could be a very good vision. But those policies at the time that he wanted to implement it was not going well with the Jamaican people. And therefore, remember, Jamaica depends on foreign power for a lot of resources. And America is one of our main trading partners.
So
and what Michael Manley were saying, he wanted to distance himself.
Brown, I make a correction, and he's right. When Edward Seaga won the election, he was invited to the White House. And then 2 years later, he invited Reagan back to Jamaica. So that was
he's right. Remember, I tell you that he was invited there. What I'm saying is that
I get a call, Marlon.
No.
Okay.
No, it's somebody coming on your line.
Yeah. May I go add them?
Yes. Yeah, you have to add the person.
So
as I was saying, that when Michael Manley, when Seaga bring back the country in 1988 after Gilbert, the election you they had here. And
yeah, hear me, Dujon?
Yeah, man, we are here.
Okay.
All right, go and talk, my brother. Me listen, me chime in.
Yes, as I was saying that. Yeah, man. So what I'm saying, Dujon and panelists, is that Seaga's bring back the country into a short period of time. But he went on to lose the 1989 election. Right?
Yeah.
After Seaga lost 1989 election, Michael Manley was prime minister.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Shortly after that, 1992, Michael Manley fell ill.
Yep.
And at that time, when Michael Manley was ill, the most popular person in the PNP at the time was Portia Simpson Miller. The entire Jamaica want her to lead the PNP at the time. And I can remember well that standoff at the national arena, where a lot of people were supporting Portia Simpson Miller. But the delegate voted for PJ Patterson at the time. Right? Here comes PJ assume leadership of the PNP. Because a lot of people don't understand, PJ does not win 4 elections in Jamaica. The PNP has won 4 general elections. PJ has won only 3. Right? No. What happened after that is that Portia Simpson Miller was not elected. PJ was elected. Then, 1993, PJ called the general election.
Hold on, me feel one important aspect, if you remember. Remember, PJ wasn't even a part of the cabinet, you know, where he was still a government MP, you know. Because remember, Manley fire him, you know. Remember, PJ was finance minister.
Yes, he was finance minister, he did fired by Michael Manley, but he said he shall return. And then he returned.
More people to remember that. Because PJ sign away. Okay. Dujon, you see like how we have Melissa and Petrojam was done for 48 hours only. In a them that time, the Petrojam were mash up, you know. And
PJ
signed
the Shell waiver scandal.
Yes, if you bring in the petrol without tax free, when time Petrojam just start up back then production, I think.
Because of the Shell waiver scandal, that's why Michael Manley fired him at the time. He was finance minister under Michael Manley cabinet at the time. No. When he assumed leadership of the PNP, it was very much a new dawn for Jamaica now, as come to the populace. Here comes PJ Patterson. This slogan PJ used and started saying it's black man time now. That is 1993, leading up to the general election, you know. While Seaga was there at the end of the head of the party. Now, PJ win the 1993 general election without a shadow of a doubt.
So me ask that question. Do you remember the song, the popular song at the time where PJ always play? You remember that song that one always play "Fly the Gate and Let in the Pirate"? You remember that song?
Yeah, I remember that song. And remember, you know, they gave PJ a name, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because he was fresh on the block, and it's black man time now. So what we are saying here?
Fly the Gate, Bionic Steve, that tune there. Yeah, man, real thing answer.
What we are saying now is the rise and fall of the Jamaica Labour Party. How the JLP were falling and why the JLP rise now. So what happened is that Seaga was there. 1989, he lost the election. He lost 93 election. And after PGL win 93, there comes a rift started to grow in the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah, because I have the Gang of Five.
A lot of members like Pernell Charles,
Douglas Vaz, Bruce Golding.
Father Vaz.
I'm telling you, the Gang of Five. This was five of them.
Del Right Chuck never in it.
No, it was five of them.
Carl Samuda, man, never Del Right Chuck.
Bruce Golding.
Carl Samuda.
Carl Samuda, never Del Right Chuck. Carl Samuda.
I think Brasco too.
Yeah, you're right.
Carl
Samuda.
No,
Brasco never in it too.
No, hold on. Let me tell you the Gang of Five them. That the infighting started 1993 in the JLP, you know.
Yeah.
That was when the infighting started, you know.
It started from 89.
It was Pernell Charles.
It started from 89 because they did upset Seaga never distribute the zinc them. That's how it started.
Carl Samuda, Ed Bartlett, Mike Ennis,
Douglas Vaz, father.
Douglas Vaz.
Yeah, that is Vaz, father.
They were saying to Seaga, step aside now. Right? Golding was not a part of the Gang of Five.
No.
They were supporting Golding. So let's get it correct.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying to Seaga, look, you have lost 89 election. You have lost 93. Step down now. Seaga were saying that, look, there's nobody there to lead the party. At that time, Pernell Charles, Bruce, in fact, during the 1993 general election, Pernell Charles was even more popular than PJ Patterson at that time. Because people did want Pernell to lead the party. Then Bruce Golding comes in and joined with the Gang of Five and said, look, he wanted to lead the party also. Pernell withdraw his leader's ambition. And all of them started to say to Seaga, look, you have done your time, you have built back the country, but here comes this man, PJ Patterson.
All right, my brother. I'm not cut to still, but remember one incident they go on with them backstone Pernell in a arena.
That was at the arena in 1992. Remember that? Well, I remember that.
Yeah. And that met Rosemary Shaw did cut, you know, because Rosemary Shaw did ball on them backstone Pernell arena. A whole heap of history, my brother. A whole heap of history.
So at the time now, the party, PJ Patterson, Black Man Time, fresh on the block.
Yeah.
Seaga was very much wounded. And
yeah.
You know that Black Man Time they trick me to my youth. Me get tricked with a Black Man Time there, you know.
Right? Seaga was very wounded. And what the party was looking for at the time was a formidable force leader, a candidate, a strong candidate to match up to PJ Patterson. And all of them were saying, give Bruce the leadership of the party. Because Bruce Golding was having a name for himself.
Yeah.
I can break it down in a few words. Golding were seen as a more credible leader Not saying Edward Seaga was not credible. A more effective leader at the time. A more stronger candidate to match up to PJ Patterson. And a more visionary leader at the time. Because at that time, Golden was about in his early 40s.
And he younger and brighter than PJ.
The town.
Younger and brighter than PJ as well.
And he was very bright and he was very much eloquent.
Just like
eloquent in his speech, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
You know?
And in seat very strong too.
And he did have a strong seat. So everybody were saying, Eddie, step down. Seaga said no. So the infighting start where Brascoli along with Karl Marsh, Bobby Marsh, my memory serves me. When, remember, Brascoli was a member of Parliament for South Trelawney. Brascoli left the party. Brascoli left the party.
Hold on, Brascoli, was he a gensec or something at one point? Who was gensec at that time?
I think the General Secretary at that time, if my memory serves me right. Let me see. Who was the General Secretary?
Who was the gensec them time?
I don't remember who was the General Secretary.
I think Brascoli, you know.
But Brascoli was a member of Parliament for South Trelawney.
Yeah, but I think him was a gensec.
Brascoli make it clear that Seaga cannot win another election. Yeah. And he's breaking away from the party. So he went on 1995, Brascoli along with Bobby Marsh, to form the NDM. A lot of people think it's Bruce Golden formed the NDM. It's not Bruce Golden.
No, I know Bruce Golden. Yeah, man,
Brascoli along with Bobby Marsh formed the NDM in 1995.
Bruce Golden joined it 97.
No, he joined the party in 1995 because he left the party in 1995 along with Brascoli and become president of the NDM.
Yeah.
Right? When Bruce Golden announced that he's leaving the Jamaica Labour Party, that was a music to PJ ears. Because let me break down a little thing and show you.
Me hear say man make Seaga ball, you know, because remember say, just like how them groom Andrew Olness, I saw Seaga when they groom Bruce, you know.
No, I don't think Seaga was grooming Bruce Golden.
No, Seaga never had a Bruce. Seaga talk about him not ready. Seaga talk about said not ready.
Seaga was having this one-man style in the party.
I said not ready.
Remember, my brother, during the 90s, you know, between 93 to 97, you know, when PJ coming up, PJ was seen with the eyes of the Jamaican people as the man for the job. Yes. Seaga was wounded. It was evident that PJ could have done anything and still win the election, which he did. Because when Bruce Golden left to join the NDM, you know, that was a big blow to the Jamaica Labour Party. Yeah, and the PNP welcomed Bruce Golden leaving the JLP.
No, big man. I want to tell you, say, it's the decision.
When was the election? 98?
97.
No, 97. And that did split JLP vote 97, you know, that NDM thing, that split JLP vote 97. You say Bruce is stick by JLP would have a good chance 97, but that decision they split the party vote.
So that's what I'm trying to say to you, that the party was wounded.
Yeah, man.
It was battered. There was so much infraction in the party in the 90s that the Jamaica Labour Party was doomed for state power. They could not. So what happened is that Golden left and tried the NDM, but he did not get enough traction.
Yeah, he never get enough traction.
He did not get enough traction. And even when Golden were at the NDM, the business sector were saying for him to come back even people in the JLP were saying to Seaga, step down now. 1997, you lost the election again. That's 3 consecutive elections Edward Seaga lost under PJ Patterson. Because Seaga was PJ Patterson's beaten stick. Whether you want to believe it or not, Seaga was there as just a liability to the party. And let's not take away the good thing that he has done, but let us face up to reality. He has caused the Jamaica Party demise because he don't want to let go of state power at the time. And that caused a fraction in the party because even Douglas Vaz walked away from the party at the time. So many of the heavyweight walk away and leave the party. The party now become toxic and PJ capitalize on that.
So let me ask you a question. Why vote account in a 97? How much seat PNP win versus Labour right seat?
I think the PNP did win 51 seats if my memory serves me right.
So
right?
Which one?
It was a landslide.
Which one I hear them?
Hold on. At that time, how much we have? What 60 constituents at the time?
60 seats with it.
60 at the time. 60 at the time.
Yeah.
JLP win 9 and PNP win 51.
So which one I hear them? Which one I hear them will win all heap of seat? Will come close. Which one I hear them? 93.
2002.
2002.
2002. Come close, yeah, man.
So that show you said there was a resurgence, and if the party did united, we probably could have win.
And DUJON, what happened there, you know? When PJ beat the JLP in 1997, they were saying to Seaga, it's time now. You're gonna go. He still said yes, he's going for 2002. And he lost 3 general elections there. Remember at that time when PJ win, and I tell you already that PJ could have done anything during the time and still win, and he still win. Because crime at the time when Peter Phillips, I think Peter Phillips was, Minister of National Security, if my memory serves me right. But
yeah, man, let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question. So between 97 and to the time where Edward Seaga retire from politics after almost 50 years or 40 odd years, you know, what did he spend that time doing?
All right, let me address that little, DUJON, since you say that. Seaga at the time were hoping that the Jamaican electorate would have changed their entire vision and their voting intention towards the JLP. But what Seaga did not realize is, and that's why I've said to people, you know, you see, JLP is good at one thing that the JLP can't match.
They are good at winning elections.
I don't want people to say to win an election. The PNP knows how to play on the mind of those who don't understand the policies of governance.
But
don't say it, no, man. PNP always know to communicate what they want people to
tell you
know.
Where we get from. Let me tell you where we get from the secret cables. Me and my team find from research, from redacted files that we have access to. 93 election and the 97 election, the Jamaica Labour Party did not lose those elections. You know what happened? Anybody can tell me what happened?
What happened?
The PNP stole those elections outright, steal them. And that came from the United States.
The gerrymandering.
See?
Remember the gerrymandering and the moving of the border, them and them things.
Yeah, so the PNP, and that is what the Americans said. You know?
But DUJON.
Yeah.
I beg to disagree with you, which is your own point and is what you see, but it is for what it is. the electorate, the election company, the EOJ say they win the 2 elections. So let's go by that.
Yeah, but it was skewed.
But
and investigation showed that, and the Americans said that it was stolen.
But what I'm trying to say to you, during Seaga era, when PJ win 97 election, people in the party were saying to Seaga, step aside. Seaga's still there. Seaga, at the time, 1995, murder rate was almost over 1,000. During them time there, a lot of country don't want to do business with Jamaica. But PJ is still winning. Why PJ winning? Because he did not have an opposition leader.
No, Edward Seaga was let me say this. I have studied at the time. I have studied Edward Seaga. You know what Edward Seaga problem? In too much of a statement. In very cruel and can be very condescending and wicked, but too much statementship. That cost me.
He was too much of himself.
Yeah, too much statementship.
It was self-interest. Yeah. Why the JLP was in opposition for so long. Because as I said to you, there was a lot of infighting, Remember,
in every organization, you have to have a second, you have to have a man with if anything can step over that. And Seaga never believed in that.
Seaga did not believe in that.
No, you can't. Hold on, Virgin. You can't put it all on Seaga. At the time, he was the most popular one in the party itself. No, remember, no. Listen to me. Among the delegates and people in the party, certain. Remember, they have certain donors who have influence too, So but they use money and say, yo, if Seaga not run it, we not donate,
So listen
you have
to
to remember them things that,
Rocky say,
hold on. You see the media too. The media kind of deal with them away too.
Hold on, guys.
And them cartoonists.
Hold on.
Them used to draw them on the newspaper with big chain on him next time and all of this. So that they match him up too.
Hold on. All of that was a contributing factor. So, Rocky say, I did a project for Seaga and all I can say is he marked very hard. See? So, I don't know what Rocky mean by mark very hard. I maybe mark very well.
Yeah, man. What I mean is
score very
he
well
never rating second them.
DUJON.
That is mean.
DUJON.
No, Seaga is a constitutionalist still, and do things by the review the constitution. It's not like Mark Golding now,
Remember saying it instrumental in building the constitution, Seaga.
He's a man who revere the constitution of the country, Bridget. But they know that for a fact.
What I'm saying here, is that when Seaga lose 3 consecutive elections, this has nothing to do with.
We want to bring up a conversation about Bruce Golding, because Bruce Golding really attacked about it.
No, that's why I'm getting there. When he lose 3 consecutive elections, he went on to contest 2002. That's the time Golding returned to the JLP.
But you have to remember,
I think Golding returned to the JLP in 2004.
The people them and the delegate then they love Edward Seaga, So when the party are saying for go on, the delegate them are saying for stay.
Yo, brothers. It's the return of Bruce Golding before the 2002 election that they give the JLP a boost now. That's why they come close to 2002,
Yeah, man.
But remember what I'm saying, Golding were out there in the wilderness. I'm just walking the process through. Golding was hosting disclosure at the time. I can remember I called Golding and said, "Are you going back to the JLP?" He said, "No." But the business people asked him to return to the JLP because we are going to lose 4 consecutive elections. Our topic is to identify why the PNP keeps winning.
They would have just tell them all and say at least 2 elections them was stolen. They use dead people.
Under PG.
Because hold on, Marlon. at least 2 election them, then stuffy ballots. Then use them voting at dead people name.
I can't attest to that, Dujan.
No, may I tell us I will read them. May I tell us I will read them in a redacted CIA files in where they redact now.
But
see?
But I as a panelist, I can attest to that.
I tell you as a host, me read that. See?
Well, comes up to
we know about the gerrymandering and the moving of border and all them things there. So them things there ain't
well. You know.
So what happened? What happened that in 2002, the JLP for the first time have hopes of coming out of the political.
But what changed? What changed in 2002, though, Marlon?
Is that the JLP won the local government election?
No, in a general election, what changed that year? What we change in a EOJ and the ECJ?
Right. Remember, at that time, it was, I think, was William Chinsey the ECJ, the Electoral Commission Advisory, and then they changed it to the election EOJ of Jamaica.
And
right?
Did we not have persons coming in from international space to watch over the election? Why did we need that? Why did that happen?
Well, based on what I'm picking up on the ground at the time, there was a lot of hanky-panky were taking place. And, people were voting in other people's name and all of those stuff. So the ECJ was very much need to revamp, reorganize, and that has taken place during the time.
And that is what Michael Manley did from 76, That is the change that Michael Manley did, but Edward Seaga used it against him. So we use it too, and not just them alone. We did use it too in a 83. See?
So what happened is that when Golden returned to the JLP in 2005, Golden returned
before 2000.
I think it's 2005 he returned to the JLP. But look at the 2002 election, brother. In the return by that time, that's why I give them a boost, Yes, and he was a senator at the time. I remember he was a senator at the time.
And that they give them the boost 2002.
Right? And the JLP get a boost of confidence from the political dead. My party.
All right, so we fast forward to when Edward Seaga step aside now. We'll fast forward to this.
Huh?
Let's fast forward to when Edward Seaga step aside, because we want good on in Bruce Golden.
When Seaga step aside now, this is what a lot of people is not telling people. PJ Patterson do one of the most smartest political move in history. PJ retired in 2006 because PJ now is aware that voter fatigue over the years is going to chip in because Golden returned to the JLP. Fresh ideas, a vision, very bright. So PJ realized that it's not Seaga he's going to contend with. No. He will have to contend with a bright young man like Bruce Golden.
Yeah.
So what he do, he makes the most smart political move and retire as a prime minister. Because he already served 3 terms and his party gets 4 terms.
Yeah. So Marlon, Marlon,
you served 3.5 terms.
He was on the radio, so he was very popular.
PJ served 3.5 terms.
So that's what I am saying. PJ knows that going into a 2007 election with Bruce Golden, it's not going to be an easy walkover. So what PJ do, PJ steps aside and make his name because he already beat Seaga. No, Portia Simpson Miller was the new lady for the PNP and the Black. And if we notice the voter pattern, Bruce Golding went on to win the 2007 general election by a thin margin.
Yeah, by a thin margin, yeah.
However, it was Golding. And even though we have his rise and we have his fall, we have to give him credit where it is due. It is Golding who take the Jamaica Labour Party from the political dead.
From the political wilderness.
I call
No,
it
man,
dead.
the party did a research from 2002. Remember, say we had a good goal 2002. So the party did start research. No.
Dojan, listen to me. You is a JLP. All the way on this platform is a JLP. But let us not fool ourselves. Let us not try to pretty it up. The fact of the matter, the JLP was wounded.
Yeah,
so
there was
we are saying we never.
No, but
So hold on, we are saying Marlon, we never researched in 2002 then.
Hold on, man. Yo, how you talk about, man? At 2000, yo, me no like. Listen, me no, man. After 2002, me start. Me hate Bruce Golding, you know. And me blame him because me always say he must split me vote them, you know.
So let me ask you a question. The local government election before 2002, who win that day?
Huh?
Listen, I don't think
the local government election before 2002, who win that?
Yeah, but the PNP win that before. But what I'm trying to say to you, Dojan, don't get me wrong, you know. The level of confidence, and in other words, the level of what I would call confidence in the voting population, the way how the JLP wanted to position itself at the time to form government. I don't think, even though we have won the local government election in 2002, we were that close. We were that close. And that's why I've said up to 2005.
So, well, 2002 we win local elections. When we win?
2003.
2003, right.
Okay.
We win the local government election. But what I'm trying to say to you here, it is Golding. Take our party. Remember, Darrell Vaz make it clear, you know, that he's tired of being in opposition. At one point in time, you know, they sees us as a one-term government, you know, brother. Because of one person, you know, self-interest, you know. All right, remember break.
No, man, we got left Edward Seaga. So what Edward Seaga did want to do, we see film plan plain and straight. He just want to win one more election to set the record straight. He never want to retire.
That's what we want to do.
See? So we left that behind now. We are talking about Bruce Golding. So we're going to Bruce Golding time.
Golding went on to form to become Prime Minister in 2007.
Yes.
Bam. When Golding become Prime Minister, Jamaica Labour Party risen. We have seen a brand new look. Everybody's saying no.
Yeah, James Robertson. You see James Robertson on them Monday, you know?
The party is now looking as a
Verna Parchment, Whitney Lawrence, them new people, you know?
What Golding do, Golding went on and faced another obstacle, which was the recession. And he has managed the macroeconomy well. He has managed the entire country well.
And he bring back the country to growth.
You see, 2007 election victory, the PNP them did have something up them sleeve. You know, so the PNP them did a plan about the Dodos thing because I want to find them to win, but you're not getting a problem. You're not going to long.
This is what I am getting. You have touched a very important point that I'm getting. I must commend you on that. I must commend you on that. Listen, man. I just want to
the plan with them come with
to a lot of people to realize this. When the JLP formed the government in 2007, Peter Phillips them have up them sleeves. Golden, it was not going to be easy for Golden.
Yes.
And you might disagree with me because I'm a JLP supporter, but I'm also a patriot Jamaican, and I speak fact, brother. I don't deal with opinion. When Golden become prime minister, remember what the PNP says, you know.
Yeah, man.
They are going to be his worst nightmare.
And I don't think
the prime minister lady, my good friend Portia Simpson Miller. What Golden has allowed the PNP to do is to catch him off guard.
Yeah.
The PNP
and that happened, So let me tell you what now. Regardless of who did it, Bruce Golden or anybody, PNP did not make them move there. Because then it done set up it already. So whether it Golden or anybody, it happened.
But what I'm trying to say to you now, DUJON, I'm talking about Bruce Golden now. Bruce Golden allow the PNP to catch him flat-footed. Remember what Peter Bunting did?
Hold on, man. I don't agree with that, you know, because here what going on. Remember, say, Peter Minister come America and sign MOU with the man if you do this, you know, unconstitutional moving around.
That was before Bruce Golden. That mean the St. Dinage they go on.
That was before the election and everything, you know.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say to you here, remember, you know, what Peter Bunting says in Parliament, you know, 2010. Go and look for the clip. When he brings the motion against the Prime Minister, you know, remember what Peter Bunting said. Well, DUJON, you can look it up. And that is why I said the PNP Golden flat-footed. Let us not fool ourselves. Let us not fool ourselves.
So let me ask you a question, Marlon.
But Marlon, if you flat-footed, you know, remember, you know, Bruce Golden couldn't do nothing about that.
But hold on, no. Let me ask Marlon this.
That may I try to explain like what DUJON said.
Before.
If anybody was president of the party or leader of the country,
that would happen to him.
It happened to him same way.
Because remember, you know, at Tivoli Gardens are the headquarters of JLP at the time. Everybody know that Dodos are the done.
Just like how,
and the PNP have them to them virgin. Some matches lane.
Remember say MOU. May I show you just how corrupt the PNP did be. Remember, you know, MOU is a government document, you know. That MOU should be somewhere in a file, you know. So when we come in a government, we could have look over a file and see anything. That MOU was nowhere near anywhere for Bruce Golden to see. So tell me how you need to see that come, Marlon.
All right. DUJON, I don't want to get it wrong. What I'm trying to say to you, and I want when you go back in your living room, because there are certain things you can't say and hear. You know, it's
no,
not.
But hold on, when I like how you don't play it, my youth. When I like how you don't play it.
No, I'm not. Don't play it. What I'm trying. All right, let me give you a perfect example. Look at our current prime minister now. I tell you, the PNP have a history of trying their best to spread propaganda. And if you allow the PNP to get one bit of propaganda,
but what you see, I couldn't still no Marlon, but it's one thing with Andrew Holness, you know, you notice him not associate with no Dan. You notice that. You're not associate with no Dan right now.
Hold on, DUJON, you hear what this man said? Listen what
one thing with Andrew Holness, him not associated with no Dan. Mark Golden them still a link with Dan, you know.
They will not say
but
that.
One thing with Andrew Holness
say to you, DUJON.
We say that pan yourself.
This is not to bring any negative vibes or anything. What I'm trying to say to you, look what the PNP did to Holness.
Yeah.
Holness outsmart the PNP.
Yeah.
Bruce Golden did not do that.
But Bruce could know say
never
that
do
come.
that.
How Bruce could know say that come Marlon?
PNP. Yes.
Bruce could know say they sign MOU and them go do that with Dodos. He couldn't know.
I try. The MOU they signed from before the election, you know, my youth.
My chance before the election.
It's not about the MOU I'm talking, you know, brother.
It signed from about 2004, 2005.
Not about the MOU.
While them a try for Andrew Wallace is straight propaganda. They don't have nothing we can hold him and
So that's what I'm trying to say to you. The PNP, DUJON, listen what I'm saying to you, you and the panelists. The PNP has a history of what they do to Bruce Golden. The PNP bring down Bruce Golden in 2010. Let us not fool ourselves.
But
Marlon, you know the mistake Bruce Golden go make. You say Bruce Golden win Prime Minister 2000 and say him go take West Kingston constituency. That's the mistake him go make, you know. Him just stay where him there. And just like it's like what Andrew Wallace is a Prime Minister, him have MP for West Central, St. Andrew, him no go West Kingston. And that Bruce Golden, that's the mistake what Bruce Golden go do. Him go take up West Kingston.
You see?
With Dodos and all of them.
You touch on
the delegate, listen up, the delegate, the delegate, because Seaga, they want to get, you know, a Desmond will get that seat there, you know.
No, Spanish town, him did him. Just stay a Spanish town and be Prime Minister.
Yeah.
But because West Kingston, that's the mistake him go make.
And him seat down a Spanish town is strong.
Yeah. No, Bob's the Grange job now.
We don't know. Bob's the Grange did that a long time, man. You may have a next. No. I see him.
No, man.
Bob's the Grange seat. Him did have Bob's Grange seat, man.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. When me I try to break it down to my friend DUJON, it's not about the MOU. The MOU is the simplest form.
Let me just say something right there, sir.
Yes.
Jamaica was Jamaica back then, right?
Yeah.
And Bruce Golden had his supporters and he had the backing of the businesses. Bruce Golden stepped down because he was a patriot. Bruce Golden never have to go nowhere, you know. Bruce Golden could have lose the election, stay opposition leader and win again. He never go nowhere. But because he was a patriot, he step aside.
DUJON, give me a answer, no, DUJON.
Yeah.
You see that Tivoli thing there? It kind of bruise him confidence. Bruise him confidence.
We don't say no. We don't say no.
The delegates, hold on, my youth. The delegates never want Golden again, my youth. Because you remember that.
No, man, I lie that.
We perish.
I lie that.
The delegate.
The delegates they didn't want Bruce Golden see me.
Remember, certain fraction were have power in our party. When Bex, my youth, because enough people did in my
enough people did that, man.
And Bruce at the arms, so Bruce have to take responsible for that, you know.
We know that. We know that. See?
That's why I step down.
We know that. Because it look bad, but listen to this. Listen to this. See? Bruce Golden could have stayed there. Just ride it out. Because you know, say some gunman rise up against the state. Was innocent people killed? I believe so. See? But vast majority of who was killed were gunmen.
I know. No, I want to tell you, say, I know PNP vex we do a go on to, you know, because I see we White House man and them man, they vex, say, what them do to Tivoli. I know PNP did vex still, you know. I know PNP loves Dodos like food now. Tell me, I'm telling you, know.
DUJON, listen to me. I know you're passionate about our party. Just like myself. All of us here are JLP supporter. But what I want...
You skirt around so much things, Virgin. Golden was a liability, Virgin.
Golden, let me tell you why the real. Because you assess on things you don't know. I mean, I tell you this. People in our party tell me this. I mean, I talk about big people. Nobody never want Bruce Golden to go now. You know why Bruce Golden had to step aside? Because of America pressure. That is it. And I know what happened in Jamaica.
That's why I'm step aside,
See? I don't know what happened. Bruce Golding could have stayed there and recover. Me I tell you no. And because of pressure from America.
Remember say, don't just make the headlines worldwide, you know.
Me don't talk, my youth. Me went glad in gone. Although me never know about Andrew, my youth. Me glad Bruce Golding gone. Because me kind of have him up on them long time. So, now I tell you the truth. Me went glad to see him back, my youth. No, don't get me wrong, you know. Me love him policies and if you see, if that excursion thing then ain't go on, my youth, God, he knows my youth. What we are doing now, we are past that already to something else.
If you don't notice, right after Bruce Golding leave, you don't notice they start take with everybody visa. I don't remember that. That was the American plan for cut off Jamaica, and Bruce Golding couldn't afford for then sabotage we again like what they do in the 70s. And that's why he step aside because of pressure from them. But he couldn't stay there, I tell you.
DUJON'S.
Yeah.
Let me say something to you though. It's our party and we're all passionate. But listen to me, DUJON. I can tell you what I am, and this is factual. Bruce Golding was a very good leader. He regained popularity. He take the Jamaica Labour Party from the political dead. Yeah, as I said before. But just hear me for a moment. Bruce Golding was a very much wounded by the PNP. And I just wanted to understand that, DUJON, because I am a JLP supporter, but I am telling you facts. The PNP plays the wicked.
Watch out now, Marlon. I'm going to show you something. We're going to take a poll now. See? As old as Bruce Golding be today, right? If you would have voted for Bruce Golding, say yes. And if you would not, say no. We'll take a poll. Because I know right now if Bruce Golding come back, people would have voted
against Mark Golding?
Against anybody. As old as him be, he come back and now Jamaica would have voted for him. I tell you.
DUJON, what I'm trying to say to you, you know. What I'm trying, all right. You see, I'm not trying to force anything on you as my friend still.
No, man, we are reason you have your opinion, you know, me have mine.
We are reason. What I'm trying to tell you, the PNP of Bruce Golding at the time, like, oh, you have your baby in your hand, whether you want to put him down or
that you see Marlon, but me never see that. Me see American pressure. And because of American pressure.
It's not because Bruce Golding couldn't win 2016 election.
Me see.
Believe that. All right. Let me make it clear.
I believe that.
My brethren will say.
Hold on, before you say that, Marlon. Let me say this, sir. When Bruce Golding was in power, we see crime start fall for the first time. We see macroeconomic stability. See? We see a little shift in our poverty. Unemployment start to go down again. If Bruce Golding did stay there, Bruce Golding would still be Prime Minister till now. He don't have to resign.
That's what I'm saying to you, DUJON. The PNP were not going to have any of that. And I'm saying to you, my friend, the PNP... Hold on,
but other than the whole Dodos thing, other than the whole Dodos thing, what else they could have on Bruce Golding, Marlon?
With KD there, they call him on pathological mendacious liar, my youth. You don't figure all them talk there?
Then KD might have credibility better than some PNP stay.
Remember say Alton Rebel do a tune off of Bruce Golding too, you know.
Then how much people... Hear me ask you, man. You know behave naive, brother. You know behave naive. I tell you why you behave naive.
I cannot recall.
Hold on now. I tell you why you behave naive. All the way Bruce Golding got you and nothing compare to what Andrew Jones got you now. And then can't move him. You know why? Because we there strong with him. They never support Bruce Golding, and that's why Bruce Golding had to step aside. Because of American pressure. See? Nothing they can't do to move Andrew Jones now. And no lie when they tell him can't stick.
I understand your passion, you know, but what I'm trying to say to you, When Bruce Golding was Prime Minister, the PNP catch him flat-footed, and I repeat that. Let me explain.
Yeah, man. Them catch him flat-footed.
All right, I'm glad you said that, Marlon. I'm glad you said that, Marlon. So let me ask you a question now. When Bruce Golding was Prime Minister, just the era starting for the internet, really. Now that the PNP saying that Andrew Holness have illicit 6 and 28 bank account and $3 trillion missing. If the roles was reversed and Andrew Holness was there in Bruce Golding time and them the things that they have said, what would happen? What would have been the outcome?
Andrew Holness is up a step.
Hold on, Dujon. Dujon, just hear out. Because we have to agree to disagree or we disagree to agree. Andrew Holness and former Prime Minister Bruce Golding is two different individuals.
No, we just use a scenario because me I show you now.
Yes, I'm getting to that. I'm just showing an example, and then that will answer your question. The PNP party is good at ganging up on the head of any government that led by J.
Them used the good.
They do it with Seaga. Remember, they did it with Seaga, you know. And what did TJ do? TJ beat Seaga left, right, and center. What the PNP did, Manat, Phelps, and Phillips bring down Bruce Golding. Let me zoom in and show you. Where in the history of the world you see a sitting prime minister into a commission of inquiry, questioning by his opponent, where your opponent call you a liar, and the whole media is against you because the PNP organize their operatives and they gang up just
then
like what they are doing to Andrew.
We not see it now and in our work, Marlon. You not see whole media against Andrew.
But Andrew is
and then still I say Andrew lies, man.
That's what I'm saying to you. Andrew Holness, that what they tried in 2010 with Bruce Golding, you know, they tried with Andrew with the IC. Andrew Holness.
Listen, my youth. Bruce Golding may have baggage, my youth. Do those forward planning constituency.
That's what
that alone. So I don't really say Andrew Holness smarter than them, yes. Which
you know why difference? I'm gonna tell you now again, because now listen. You know why difference between Andrew Holness and every other leader?
You know no Dan Link.
Andrew minister them.
Dan Link.
And you know no Dan Link, but the minister they united behind him. Edward Seaga never had that, and Bruce Golding never had that.
So that's what I'm saying to you. The PNP capitalize on that. Because the PNP need that Golding must go down. So I don't want anybody to talk about America pressuring Bruce Golding to resign. Because
no, America pressure make him resign.
Listen, that's a part of it. We can't count out that. That's a part of it. If Bruce Golding will stay, me feel that say it would be a manly 2.0.
Let me tell you something. It would be manly, it would be better. Bruce Golding was that educated. And he didn't do just as good as Andrew Holness. See? The problem is...
No, listen, I mean, if you will stay, people, when they start lose visa, and I'm not... If you never bring up that...
Yeah, man,
you know.
people did start lose visa for true. But, you know, like me say, forget about the American influence. A politics this, you can't get around anything, my G. You can't skew the narrative once you have a media. That's why the PNP operate with the media. So they can skew the narrative.
My brother...
See?
Golding could not survive this PNP onslaught if he has gone in the 2011 election. And let us not fool ourselves as Labour, right?
Listen,
he could not.
Listen, Marlon. If Bruce Golding had stayed and the whole thing blow over, Bruce Golding would win the election again. May I tell you no?
No, he could not have win that election, Dujon.
Them that campaign for him, my youth.
Of course, they don't campaign for him.
He could not have win that election.
They don't campaign for him, but guess what? People that see all like good things that happen, just like them I see good things that happen now.
I'm saying to you, Dujon, again, he could not win the 2011 election. He could have campaigned till God come. The PNP was on top of things at that time. And
yeah, man, the Tivoli incursion mash up Bruce Golding.
PNP crippled and wounded Bruce Golding leadership. If he has gone into the 2011 election, it will be a wipeout for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah.
So he never
And not
he
because
never
some
listen,
of
he
the
never go in.
supporter-
He never go in with you how much we win by.
Them lose bad, man. No
We
40
lose the election,
no,
my brother.
40
Okay.
seat PNP win 2011, man. 40,
PNP,
40.
And we lose
Yeah, man,
we
they
lose
bad,
we lose the
man.
election, you know why we lose the election?
The people encourage and
Because Andrew Willis called the election prematurely and nobody never knew him.
No,
That's why we lose the election.
no, man. 4 years. 4
Listen,
years same way, man.
Listen,
Oh,
if,
yeah.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me say something to the Labour right. And this is what me always tell the Labour right them. You see PNP, they worry in a change. A Labour right alone are going like them holier than thou. Who no alone go and say no. Let me tell you something. If you stand up there in the leader, listen up. Listen to what I tell you. Say. Uno alone go like uno holier than uno say what anything Mark Golding say, no care which lying people then come out come vote for him. A Labour right alone that sit down and come vote for Bruce Golding. Because of the
state. For people stay home, all for Labour right stay home 2011.
And then that's why we lose. That's why we lose. Because we don't stick up for people.
Even though Andrew Holness...
You want not. All right. Yo, brothers, hear me as a tone. You see 2011 election, all right. This when it typically encouraged and thing go on and Bruce Golding step down. No people are disappointed. That's why they never do that. That's why they never vote 2011.
Because them beg say Bruce gone.
John Moore.
Bruce Golding them beg say Bruce gone.
Bruce Golding soft star. Eh?
I beg say people them beg say Bruce gone.
People.
That's why I'm saying to you, John,
when I tell many blame Andrew, Andrew and tell them to bitter medicine, you know.
Listen,
man.
If Bruce Golding did stay, if I have one seat, we win back the election by. Remember something tell him?
It could not win, though, John.
Well, the Tivoli thing mash him up, man. Tivoli thing mash up the party. Yeah, man.
Manna Phelps and Phillips crippled Golding, brother.
Yeah, man.
It crippled him. The opposition, let me tell you something. The PNP ride on that. The PNP campaign on that.
So let me ask you a question. I want to know honest opinion now. The Manna Phelps and Phillips thing what in do. It wasn't illegal, you know.
No. But
hold on, constitutionally, you know. The MOU wasn't right, you know. All right. We all know say because we know say any Jamaican citizen, you know, that him really are protecting, you know. But at the same time, I do those. But
but brothers, hear me I say to you know say it did wrong.
Let me tell you something. You see Labour right.
You know say America the send forces come down here in case the local security forces fail, them would have going, you know, so them have helicopter, you know, so them have
let me say this
helicopter and them thing there.
We lose the election them all the while. Not because of PNP. We lose the election them because Labour right too self-righteous. That is why. I'm going to tell you now.
2011.
We see Michael Manley starve the nation and broke down the nation to nothing. And PNP vote him back. See? We see PJ then come and then tear down the whole economy. Tear it down to shreds. Rip it in a...
Yeah, but why, DUJON? Why?
PNP.
Why, DUJON? Why? Because PNP now no morals. PNP now no morals.
That me I tell you, we go like we too righteous. We have to fight for them fight.
No, but them now no morals. DUJON. Then DUJON, what happened now? You see, immorality can work now. PNP can't win the election. What happened now?
It not work now because...
What no?
It not work now because they don't have a charismatic leader. They need one charismatic leader now and see if it not work.
What do you mean? No, man, just cut no, man. Things and time change now, DUJON.
Me say, anyhow, they need have a proper leader over there. We not a problem. Understand?
DUJON, what I'm trying to say to you, you know, when Golding lost 2011 election, Golding make it clear. And that's why I said it to you on the program last night. I say an infractious party or a fractious party cannot win a general election.
Yeah, the PNP fractious.
Let me show you something. And in 2016, the Jamaica Labour Party, my party, almost gone back to the 90s. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Tell me if I am wrong. If you notice the infighting during Seaga era, Seaga stays in opposition for 4 terms. Fast forward, Bruce Golding, educated prime minister, very bright man. The PNP capitalized on the fractures. The West Kingston incursion and the man at Phelps and Phillips. KD Knight ride on that. He rides on that. The PNP hammered him on that. What happened? Andrew Holness goes to the wicked as a sacrifice at the time. Not talking about the Andrew now. The Andrew back then. He was a lamb to a slaughter. Let's us not fool ourselves. He was just a lamb to a slaughter. The PNP beat us 42 seats. Now, Andrew Holness stays there and builds himself. Re-energized the party, organized the party, went on to win the 2016 election. But how did Andrew Holness win the 2016 election? You remember I said to you early on, we almost gone back to the 90s. During the time when Holness was leader of the JLP, here comes Ardishaw challenge Holness. He did not work along with Holness.
Yeah.
Right? There was no becoming another infractious party again.
Yeah.
We almost lost the 2016 election. We only win by 1 seat, 2 seat, 31, 32, something like that.
You know why that happened? You know why that happened? Why Andrew Holness get challenged?
Why?
Because Labour are too self-righteous. That's why.
So that's what I'm trying to say to you. We almost, because at the time the party should have reunited around Holness, build the party. Shaw said, look, he wants to be leader. And that was the thing that was damaging the JLP over the years. We almost find ourselves back in the same space again. We win by a 1-seat majority. And what happened after that? We have seen on the PNP side, Peter Bunting challenged Phillips. What happened? They lost almost all of them seats. 49 people win. So what I'm trying to say to you here, DUJON, is that once there is an infighting into a party,
nobody will disagree with that. I mean, I think none of we players disagree with that.
Because even the PNP party now, when they are going to choose their leader, I can bet you they will never make that mistake again to come publicly. They're going to sit quietly and say, okay, are you me again? And everybody clap and say yes. Because they know once they do that, they're dead. They're dead.
No, Peter still no. I feel so right now, Crawford want it, Dayton Campbell want it. Me never talk about Nikisha Burchell too.
But they're not going to have an infighting. So what we are saying here now, Holness was able to bring the Jamaica Labour Party under one banner. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know? He was able to unite the JLP party. You know? And it is very difficult. Listen, I am not fooling myself as a JLP supporter. A united Jamaica Labour Party is very difficult for you to beat.
Yeah.
And that is what happened now. All the ministers is rallying around Holness. Holness have a steady hand on the wheel. There's no fraction in the party.
PMP not in the same
That's
steady
why
right
they can't get him out.
You wanna dear man Crawford was leadership, but dear man Crawford is not a riser. You see me I say?
But you have a point. But hear this now. The same thing that the Jamaica Labour Party was facing 20 years ago.
That the PNP are
facing now.
No, yes. Dear man Crawford is not a riser.
Well, I don't care what I don't. I'm not sorry for them. That me I tell you right now.
No, we're not sorry for them. We're just a reason. We're just a reason, my brother. We're not sorry for them.
No, we're not sorry.
We're not sorry for them, brother. So tell us something. All right, then we say Julian Robinson wanted to. And Julian Robinson is not a writer.
Mayor Marlon said.
Julian Robinson,
Mayor Marlon said.
Them man, they are no writer.
Mayor Marlon said.
You see me I say?
There's not gonna be no infighting. There's an infighting right now going on.
Infighting are going with them. Infighting are going with them. Yo, brother. One of the reasons why Andrew Holness are going to see a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth term because PNP mash up.
But what Holness, the first thing what Holness do, let me tell you something. And I'm going to touch a little topic on Holness now. Holness is a different leader from Seaga, from Bruce Golden, from Shear.
Yeah, man.
And why do I say that? Holness first is that he unite the Jamaica Labour Party.
Because
the party was not united.
Because
All
it was a hybrid.
Brothers, hear me answer to now. Hear what we want to discuss now. All right. You see the 63 seat them. All right. You see the man them will lose. We want to discuss who that make take over some seat will lose. All right. Anne-Marie Vaz, I don't know if Anne-Marie Vaz will go back, you know. Because Daryl Vaz say Anne-Marie Vaz is 60 now and she's a grandmother and Ray. You know, but the seat them will lose. Who that put back? Because some of them not go back, you know. We're
not ready for that conversation there yet. But the man want to spend a little time and how much year man up on the road. The man want to get look at Anne-Marie Migriano. Is it so? Nothing wrong, man.
Yeah, and she do 2 hard procedure in her lifetime already. So, me understand why I'm different. And Marlon Morgan, me like his attitude.
We are whole heap of young youth, man. We are whole heap of young people.
The foreign minister, she need to get a seat.
No, she don't go. I know everybody can do representational politics. You know. Me people say Dana Morrison, but no, not everybody can do representational politics. But you see Verna Parchment and them woman there, and even the youth from Central Kingston, Lawrence Road, they can get a seat, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man, whole heap of youngster did it. Whole heap of youngster. There's even youngster where
I want to think about it. Your feature line show can beat the ISAT.
Anybody can beat anybody as long as they want the right money.
Yo, brother, you know, say, all right, them must say, Verna Parchment come from Westmoreland, but you know, you see the 3 man them out down at Westmoreland, we can try with the 3 man them same way. Because money them use and beat them, man. But, all right, you see, Portmore seat.
We give up. Hold on, don't call Westmoreland. We give up on that. That me I tell you.
No, right, we can win back Westmoreland. Look at the brother. You see the land reform boost where Andrew Holness are going to do on Westmoreland and the electrification of Westmoreland connect the people on the GPS grid that are going to change the people down at Westmoreland mind. Remember me tell you that.
I don't think
right. PMP have for years and PMP have live like stooge. And look what the Labour right them jail to go win back Westmoreland, brother. Remember me tell you no blood clot. This time my 11 2025. Remember to me tell you that. Jail to win back Westmoreland.
So like a brother you drinking, you know.
No, man, me not drink.
Me can't tell you as a Westmoreland myself, we're going to win back Central Westmoreland, but the other 2 seats.
You can't go and talk, because when talk, no, here we go on, me rather you know.
Doing Vaz not trouble right now, you know. Dayton Campbell not trouble right now, you know.
We're going to win back Central Westmoreland, but the other 2 seats, them not too sure about them. The people then fully done in them 2 seats. You want them in a Central, we can reason with them a little bit. You know?
Land reform and people get land title and them thing there. It a got change, man.
Montague have to go step up in game, man.
Anyway, my people, listen to me now.
I'm one next joker too, you know. I'm one joker too.
I have to go any live, you know, guys, because I'm tired, I'm a buck. You see me?
Yeah, man. Listen, man, a good reason, man.
Yeah, man.
A good reason.
Yeah, man, a good reason, you know, just keep it clean, you know?
Yeah, man. No feelings now, carry, man. I one love you all, you know. We have different opinions, but I one love see me, you see me?
Yeah, man.
What do, John? Dujon, me no know no, you have to go, boy, I don't know what you go do with Westmoreland, you know, you have to go keep it.
We're gonna fix him, man. You know, Westmoreland biggest problem on the MP them, you know, at the municipal corporation, the biggest problem. And that's how we have to start to change first. You know?
Yo, brother.
Yeah.
Then Dujon, you know, so the hurricane drop for a reason.
Yeah, man.
I only for sure Westmoreland, Sablamara, be a push, it's like one, you know. I'll be working a market and them thing there, you know.
Well, me not hear nothing like that, but it's not impossible, you know. But anyway, we catch up. We catch up tomorrow, man.
In the market and see a Chang and them sitting at whole for funny business.
People are sleeping in the market, brother. That's why I can't go in there. But anyway, we catch up tomorrow. See?
Yo, you know, one love, brother.
Big up on yourself.
Yo, Dujon, bless up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man, look at me. Big up all 341 person that is here. Big up all 149 person that gave me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. I will soon tomorrow. See? Big up on yourself. Much love. Shower labor rights.